you're on Twitch, if you want to chat with Thomas, you can go to YouTube, Sammy's and Beer as well. Um, so thank you so much for joining us. And with me, as always, back from the Rona, the Wutan virus, Tomas Rinko.
It was really bad this go around. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I was down hard. Did you put something in a Sprite?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Cherry Kool-Aid.
I love doing that. Did you do the squirt or did you do the actual Kool-Aid?
No. Squirt.
It's good, right?
Yeah, I've done it. That's all I used to drink when we play video games was vodka with water and grape Kool-Aid.
That's amazing. I didn't know that.
I did that for when we were in our heart of our drinking age, or the heart of our. When we were in the heart of COVID, I would drink like 2 of my Yetis full every night with like 4 or 5 shots of vodka in each.
Yeah, we were drinking a lot back then. And I'm sure we'll get back to it one day.
No.
Excuse me. I'm sure I'll get back to it one day.
Yeah, you might.
I don't know. I mean, I like drinking.
I'm getting too old for this shit, Riggs.
Well, yes, it was pretty bad. Like, down 18 hours a day minimum. Couldn't talk. It was pretty fucking rough. But it's over now. I'm back at work. Everything's fine.
You didn't die.
Not this time. But we can get into what we need to do. Talk about some stuff. Talk about some things. Talk about that guy who just died hours ago.
Yeah, that guy.
I did not know him.
Oh.
Like,
he had a lot of his stuff pop up on my TikToks. I watched him quite a bit. Thought he was just very well educated, very well spoken. I liked how he did his things.
I wonder if did they catch the shooter?
They said as of right now they had somebody in custody, and then I saw another one that said that they didn't have anybody, and that was the FBI said they didn't have anybody, but it's the government. You never know if you can trust them or not.
They'll find him probably pretty quickly.
I would imagine.
Yeah, such a populated area like that.
Well, and I think the people that do that kind of stuff generally aren't super intelligent.
Not usually. Or they're the most intelligent.
But then they're just fucking crazy.
Yes.
You know.
It's sad. I mean, despite political belief, because that's what it really is getting down to, which kind of sucks, right?
It really sucks.
A person's dead, and he had a kid, I think, and a wife, and
2 kids.
It's even worse.
Somebody even said that his wife and kids were there.
That sucks. So my sister saw it happen on Twitter, like a minute after it happened. Someone posted a video, and so I have that video of it up close, like you can see exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
My wife showed me one, and then I saw another one that was back from like a back balcony that you couldn't really see.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw one that was up close, kind of to the left of him, so he would be here, and then this person was kind of over on this side.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
So I'm sure. I mean, he's very.
Yeah, it was to the left.
Publicized.
That's the one I'm seeing right now. But you can see it like happen.
And he's instantly. Yeah, he's like instantly gone.
Oh, he's dead within seconds, for sure. Not even a full minute with that bleed.
Yeah.
Like it's a bummer.
I don't even want to say it's a bummer. I mean, it's like you're shooting somebody over political beliefs, and it's just fucking bullshit.
It's dumb.
Like, I could understand if he was like a bad dude that did bad things. Like, all he did was go out and like have conversations with people. Like, he did the most fundamental, basic thing that our country was founded on, and spoke what he believed. And if you disagreed with him, he would talk to you. And, and that's
And he was
Like
killed
that
for
is
it.
what, and that is what I think that's what our country was founded on, was just people wanted to be able to say what they thought and not be persecuted for it,
Yeah, I get it. It sucks.
you know?
And here
So,
we are. What? My shot's gonna go out to
uh,
him.
I'm going to do one with you for him.
Yeah.
Cheers
It's
to his family.
it's just a bummer. Cheers.
Yeah.
On that note.
Oh, I took way too much there. Holy shit. Oh.
I did want to talk about the gaming industry a little bit today too.
I had something I wanted to talk about. Well, we can go gaming industry
Well,
first.
what do you want to talk about? Mine's not very important. It's just some interesting thoughts.
Well, mine's not important either.
What is it? I gotta
But
know. I gotta know.
so I was thinking, I'm rereading through Red Rising again. I somehow got on Red Rising TikTok, and it got me the itch after reading through He Who Fights with Monsters.
Mm-hmm.
And I was sitting there thinking, and something popped up for me on The Walking Dead. You'll understand here in a minute. And have you read any of The Walking Dead or watched any of The Walking Dead?
I watched it up until they got to the prison, and that was it.
Okay. So, but basically, there was the comics versions,
Mm-hmm.
and you can do it with Game of Thrones as well. There was the comic versions, and then there was the adaptations that they made that went into the show. Like Glenn's death was a big one in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler alert, if you haven't watched it, fuck off. But they also added other deaths into it. So they changed it because, they do that when they make a movie, because you can't go like side by side, because then you're just watching somebody else's interpretation of what they read. They make small changes
Yeah.
to the show.
Yeah.
So my question was, if you were going back to Red Rising and making the show, what changes would you make? What would you look at different? What characters that wouldn't have we can't say like EO not dying, because that completely changes the whole fucking show. But what changes would you think would be cool that wouldn't have a huge impact on the story, or that they'd be able to pivot the story from there?
That's a tough one. That's a really tough question. Do you have an answer for that? That's tough.
Well, I came up with a couple of things. One, I would have liked to see Cactus not die.
I also wouldn't. I would like to see Tactus not die. I was sad when he died.
Um, I would like for them to have gone in a different direction.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would like to see that in a show where he becomes, gets this arc of forgiveness and gets to live that gratitude. And, because I think he could have been a better character than Severo.
I don't think he could have been a better character than Severo, but I think he could have been a very interesting character. He hinted at that he could have been a good character, but then just cut him short. Just like Pax. Pax was a great character, and then cut him short. But I think that's part of his writing style, is not being afraid to kill somebody.
But agreed. But like I said, would Pax living, what would you have liked to see done different with Pax? If Tactus lived, I think it would have been interesting for him to go. I mean, he went to the school, the space flight school with Darrow.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it would have been cool to watch how he interacted, and I just think it could have been interesting.
I would have liked Leah dying earlier.
Leah?
Mm-hmm. Earlier. I feel like that would have been more impactful. She still has to die.
She was the one that died. Antonio killed her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Antonia? Early on in the Institute.
No, okay, I'm thinking of someone else. Who's the other one that joined the Howlers and was there with them. They went with them to Pluto and everything. That Severa was in love with. I thought her name was Leah.
That was Quinn.
Quinn dying earlier.
Quinn and Roke. But she died at such a pivotal moment where Aja killed her.
Yeah, I mean, we can change who Aja kills. Maybe Aja kills fucking. Why did I already forget his name? Who we were just talking about?
Cactus?
Yeah, maybe Aja kills Tactus and they switch. You know what I mean? Like the times of death. It would be an interesting switch, and it's still the characters still die, but they die in a different way that has different impacts for the story. Because imagine Tactus goes through all that redemption. He's a great character. You fucking love him, and then he gets killed by Aja. Because I didn't really care for Quinn. She was like a 2D character for me. I like when she died. I was like, okay, and I kept reading. But if Tactus had died at that
Well,
moment, I would have been a little more.
the only reason she was impactful to the story was because that was what Roke later says that was what turned him against Darrow.
Yeah,
Like he was done with Darrow after Quinn died.
which he could have easily been done with Darrow after Tactus died if Quinn was already. You know what I mean? Like the impact
Yeah.
can still be there, but the character change just changes the whole dynamic of it.
Yeah. Um, one thing that I would like to have seen. I wish we could have gotten more Lauren Arcos.
Everyone does the level
I
Stony
wish
side. Yeah.
I wish he wouldn't have died, and I wish we could have had Darrow with a mentor through a lot of it. Maybe he could. Well, you can't really get injured to where you can't fight in that.
Not really.
But after they could have done um, his coronation, and then Darrow gets captured, and Lauren just goes into seclusion because he saves his family and is able to go into seclusion back to his island, and just could be like Darrow's
Obi-Wan.
friend from afar or mentor from afar.
His Obi-Wan, yeah.
I wish we could have seen something more like that and had him have almost take over like Quicksilver's role.
Yeah, I didn't care for Quicksilver either.
No, he played he just played such a explanational role.
Yeah.
It was just like, hey, here's all this money. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Here's all my businesses. Here's all my shit. Like, it just made it so that way we didn't have to worry about, well, how the fuck are they affording all this stuff? It was just,
Yeah, it's just Quicksilver.
cool, go do what you want.
Yeah, and I just more fleshing out, I think, is what I would like. Like with Orion, fleshing out with Orion. I think she's a cool concept.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, she was a very well put together character.
there's several characters that are very well put together, but we just don't get much of.
Well, and I've heard rumor that that's going to be a book released. We're not getting Red God right now, but we're going to get the Book of Lauren.
Oh, that would be cool. That would be fun. That would be a fun read. Or just, and like when he's done with the series, going into like the start of the society, that would be interesting. He's got such a gorgeous world. He can just fucking do whatever he wants with.
Yeah. And depending on how he ends Red God, I've heard rumor. So the second part was supposed to be a trilogy, but Lightbringer was so big that he had to split it into two, and it's Lightbringer and Red God. I've heard rumor mill that Red God is so big that he might have to split that into another book.
It's not a bad thing.
No?
Not a bad thing at all.
But we could also do it like, what about with He Who Fights with Monsters? What changes in a series or in that book would you like to see done different?
A lot more character deaths for sure.
More deaths?
Yeah, I don't think more deaths of pivotal characters. Because what?
Like who?
Rufus. A dead
Okay.
Rufus would be very impactful to the story. A dead Taika, very impactful.
You want to kill Taika?
I don't want to kill
Bruh.
Taika, but I want a little more,
Bruh.
a little more, you know? Fucking Neil dying would be crazy.
Dude, you can't kill fucking Neil. He's the healer, and they talk about how hard healers are to come by.
Exactly. It's impactful.
Like I could, like if you would have said Humphrey, I would have understood there. Like
No,
Humphrey, I could see dying.
I would rather die than let Humphrey die. I wouldn't read the book.
Oh no, no way! I'd rather see Humphrey die than Neil.
He's my second favorite character.
No, no,
The only person better than that is Clive's wife.
no, because Humphrey could die, and Danielle Geller
Danielle
could
Geller.
just adopt Jason,
No, she
and
wouldn't.
Jason could be like,
There's
well,
no
not like adopt him, but she could be like, she could still be so much a part of the, and be like, have him as her son.
But it's Jason and
Like-
Humphrey are like two sides of a coin. Like one has to exist with the other. That's why they exist.
Well, yeah, but that opens up so much more darkness that they could go down with Jason and the team. Like if somebody killed Humphrey, Sophie, Belindy, even Neil, Clive, like Jason's already on the dark side, and now you don't have anything holding the goodness in,
That's true. That would
like
be an interesting
keeping
little
the
story.
properness. That would get so fucking dark so
He'd
fast.
kill a lot of people. You know who can't die because they're so irrelevant and wouldn't have any impact at all?
Clive.
No, Clive is one of the most relevant characters. Belinda.
Yeah, she's pretty unimportant.
She's so unimportant she can't die. There's no reason to kill her because it just wouldn't do anything. Like,
Yeah.
Sophie would be sad.
Yep.
Like, I get that she played pivotal roles at different points, right? But it all just felt kind of forced to make her seem important.
She's kind of a comic relief now, though.
Yeah.
Like the way she's always wanting to steal shit.
And the lesbian character. That's something.
Yeah,
But
that I didn't really care for.
he never really, because Rufus is gay, but he doesn't really like put it in your face.
I liked her and Jory together more than I liked her
like
with
that little love story.
Anastasia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked the Jory aspect of it. If anything, fuck Belindy for dumping Jory.
I do like how Jory
'Cause
was like,
what-
yeah, I knew this wasn't going to last. Like, come on.
Well, but Jory still head over heels in love with her.
Yeah. But I felt
Like-
that was very realistic.
Yeah, I thought it was garbage though.
I didn't like it, but I liked how it was executed.
Fuck you, you've got this great guy who's trying to make the world a better place by coming up with all these potions for common people, but he's not fucking exciting enough for you. So you have to go find this fucking other chick and like what a fucking liberal.
The
thing
other
to do.
chick isn't that exciting either. Let's be honest.
No. And she's really good at reading auras. Fuck off.
That was Jason. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. The return of Dawn will be fun. That relationship. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're past me currently. That's right.
I sure am.
That's the fact that you did all that in a couple months is wild. By the way.
Yeah.
I've been reading
It's
Who
good.
Fights with Monsters for years.
Oh. Hey, you know what the funny part is then I went back, like I said, I got onto Red Rising TikTok and I'm like, oh, I haven't read this in a while. Like I got that
You're
itch.
becoming one of us, Matt. Slowly but surely.
Well, the hard part is I just find I find it hard to find stuff that like I want if I'm gonna stick and like if I'm gonna start reading a book, like my wife does like these small 300-400 page books and reads one of them and then moves on to another one like that. Like fuck that. If I'm gonna get invested in something, I want fucking 60 hours
Yeah.
minimum.
But you have
Of me
you
to
have to
listen
be
to
careful
story.
with that. A lot of these books, and the reason why I haven't told you to read them because I've read a lot that are like, for Path of Ascension, I'm on book I think 12 or 14, right? Like it's up there, and they're okay, but they're really not very good because it's like a sitcom that runs too long. Like they've run out of things to do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a lot of these have those issues. I started one. You might like. I'm waiting until I get through at least the fourth book to recommend it. It's called Mark of the Fool. The first book it was okay, but the second book is really like started to like get into me, and it's very interesting. Like the premise is interesting, the characters are interesting, they're developing. They're in a school, So that's like I'm like but it's more of like a college than it is like a high school. You know what I mean? So it's, but I still don't like the school trope all that much. But the characters are interesting and the threats are interesting. And the most interesting thing is like the big bad evil guy for the main character on the grand scale of the planet is just like the equivalent of like a natural disaster essentially. And there's hundreds of natural disasters all around the planet. Like it's his problems are so minuscule. He's really like starting from the bottom, and I love that. Like and like the world is so developed, and there's all these different things and a magic system that works. It's interesting, it's unique, and it works. That's why I like He Who Fights with Monsters because it's a new magic system, but it's interesting and it works. So, but finding those books is really hard. Primal Hunter is a prime example. It's a decent book, but it's the character's very two dimensional. He's kind of boring. That book is just all about like getting levels and killing monsters, and that's it. And that's good for a little bit, but it gets boring. Like I don't want to.
Oh, for sure.
I don't just want to have action scenes. Even in like a show, I like action when it's done correctly and when it's done appropriately. Like no one's life is all action all the time.
No. Yeah. I mean, it's when done correctly, like when they're fighting in the Avengers at fucking Wakanda.
Yeah.
And all the monsters are on the outside and they start getting their asses kicked, and then in comes Thor, and you get that fucking warm, tingly feeling, and like you're like so excited of what's going on, and you're like, I can fight the world.
And then like, or when fucking Captain America picks up Mjolnir for the first time.
Yeah.
It's like payoff. Big thing for me is payoff. You know. And we get that a lot with He Who Fights with Monsters.
Or when Severo gets shot by Cassius at the end of Morningstar, and you're like, oh, God,
I put the book down for a week. I put it down.
I believe it.
Yep, I was pissed.
I believe it.
And then I finished it.
And then they give him a fucking shot, and they kill the greatest swords person to ever live.
Swords person, I like how you said that. It's funny. I like good stories, and they can be really hard to come by. Even some of the most like critically acclaimed amazing stories on the planet really aren't that good when you get into them. Like Harry Potter, it's good. I enjoyed it when I read it. I read it every Christmas, all 7, right? Like I read them. Not on Christmas Day, but like in the Christmas time frame from like Thanksgiving to Christmas. I read them all just because.
So you read them every year, but you haven't read Lightbringer yet?
It's just,
like, fuck you.
It's so hard. I don't know why. It's so hard. And I'm not the only one. People on Reddit agree with me. I'm not the only one. I read a lot of books. And I found some that are good. I found some that aren't good. I have like, I don't know if you know what the Xia, XIA, trope is right now.
That sounds like something you are.
So it's all about cultivation. It's like a very Chinese, very martial arts-y, and that's really popular right now. So a ton of books are coming out about that, where you get stronger gradually. It's a lot like Jason. It's a lot like Jason, like The Rings. Those are popular, but what's really popular is books about a character who doesn't want to fight, who doesn't want to learn to fight, right? Like they're just a person, but their luck is so insanely great that they're just excellent at everything. And when they do fight, they're like 10 times stronger than anyone they ever come across. That's a huge trope right now. And while it's funny for like the first few books, it gets old. There needs to be struggle. There needs to be like, you know what I mean?
That sounds lame as fuck. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's funny and it's interesting and it's a feel-good book, but it gets boring. I'm bored. Like I don't want to keep reading this because it's boring.
Yeah.
It's like when Jason fights somebody now, you're like, okay, he's gonna win. He's gonna sack. And even Shirtaloon's like very fourth dimension with that, or fourth wall with that. Is he's just like Jason's gonna risk it all and get a new superpower and fuck a princess. And
I love how Neil brings that up. They bring it up. Oh, Jason gonna go fucking do something he shouldn't do and gain a new power and fuck you, Jason.
Yeah, like but it's true and it's funny.
But I like that that's one thing that like I love about Red Rising is like there are consequences to all of his things.
Yes.
Like at the end of Golden Sun, like Roke turning on him, like, and the foreshadowing that he gave of it.
Oh
like,
yeah. from the
this
drop.
this yeah, like I need to get closer with Roke. Like seeing the air that he was making with Tactus, and like I need to get closer with Roke. I need to mend these bridges. I need, and
He just fucks himself. Now, do I think Roke would have ever turned? Maybe. I think it's a possibility, but I think Jason set himself up for failure with that.
I think he was such a good hateable character.
He was a very hateable character. Just
Like who likes a fucking poet?
nobody.
Nobody likes a fucking poet.
Who calls themselves a fucking poet? That's crazy.
Exactly. And so he was such a character that it was like, I understand, like in this world, like you're trying to be something that doesn't fit.
Yeah.
You're a square peg in a round hole. And, and I think it was so like perfect. Like he blames Darrow for Quinn dying. And it's like, well, why the fuck didn't you save her? Fucking douche.
Like,
You're fucking gold too.
I think he wrote a good hateable,
Quit being a bitch. And
a slow burn hateable character.
exactly. He did. He wrote a really good slow burn hateable character. Like, because you had the Jackal, who was like this guy that like you could hate from the beginning. Like, he did such a good job of like stirring the fear in Darrow about him, and like worrying about him, and like because that's such a human thing to do.
Yeah. They built that up really well. I like how he handled the Apollo fight. I did like the comeuppance of that. That was for us, right? Like that wasn't for the story. That was just for us to enjoy Darrow being clever and a badass at the same time. And I enjoyed that. I thought that was one of the better ones. But I mean, in He Who Fights with Monsters, there's not really any characters I particularly hate, to be honest with you. Like you're made to hate the builder, but he fought with Jason. Like
I don't really like Amir Bahadur.
You like Amir?
No.
I like Amir.
Like he comes across as like this like super likable character, but like I don't know, he's just kind of like fucking Dumbledore. Like he's this treasure hunter who sends people out to fucking go do his errands, and just like you're super powerful. Like why didn't he go investigate the blood cult? Like how Jason got brought into this? Gary, Sophia, and Rufus should never have been there investigating a fucking blood cultist.
Yeah,
like they should never have been there.
That's true.
Especially like like he was just kind of a dick. Like, hey, I can't get in here, so I need to get this to get a bunch of money. So hey, let's take all you fucking Iron Rankers, and all you motherfuckers are going in, because I'm gonna give you a sweet fucking prize.
My best friend's kids, because that's what Rufus is his best friends, both of them, kid.
Rufus couldn't even go in there. Rufus was too high level.
I don't like their other teammate from that 4 team. You've got Rufus's parents, Amir, and then that other dude. I don't like him. There's no part of that
Cal?
Yeah, I don't like him.
Yeah, because he like became obsessed with Sophia's mom.
It's so weird, like how that went out. I liked him in the beginning because he was mysterious and powerful, and like he's going to be a diamond ranker one day. Like he's doing the thing, but then he was weird.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
He was an odd character. Yeah, for sure.
Like because there's some like Soromir Rimaros. I loved Soromir. I thought he was very interesting.
Yeah,
I use him. Yeah, in
he was such a good character.
He's a great character.
Yes, I 100% agree with you. And even the other diamond, what was her fucking name?
Oh, I don't remember her name, but she was interesting. She was like, you could see the youth in her. Like she wasn't as wise as him because
she was a young diamond.
Because you could relate the two.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought she was. Yeah, when he was on the Storm Islands or whatever they're called.
Land of the Storm Kingdom. That's what it's officially
Yeah,
called.
the Storm Kingdom.
Storm Kingdom. Yeah.
Yeah,
And like all of that, like that he did with like the crown and how they picked the next successor and like all of it, so interesting. Good characters. The actual Storm King now,
for
super
sure.
cool, super interesting. Uh,
Yeah, I liked even the gold that he dealt with that. Um, I can't remember her name. I thought was super interesting.
oh yes, I don't know. It's the lady's aunt. Yep, and how they handle
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, like she was like a princess, but she was also like head of the Adventure Society or like
Hmm.
highest ranking, and like and didn't want to be doing it, but like and just I thought that those characters were so well put together. But then yeah, then there's other ones like
Cal.
Cal that it was just kind of like, or Sophia's mom. Like she's just been such a long fucking drawn out thing.
She has been. It was interesting at first, and then it just was like kind of okay. Let's can we be done with this? I'm over this.
Well, and then the other one, they had the one girl that he found that could like remove monster cores from the soul.
Nope, I haven't read that yet. Then
Oh, sorry.
no, I mean it's fine. No, I
But
don't think.
basically he fights some chick who can like she's got some power to like cleanse, and when she cleansed, it like removed part of the monster cores that she had consumed.
That's kind of interesting. I like that.
But like introduced it and then just fucking moved on and
Oh,
like
then
never went
maybe
back to
maybe I
it.
did read it and I don't even remember it.
Yeah, because he
That's
brought her to fucking the priest, Carlos.
hmm it's
I did
actually
like what he did with Carlos.
Carlos. Thank you very much.
Oh, sorry. My Mexican is not speaking strong
No,
today.
it's not Mexican. It's just the pronunciation of his name and the spelling. It's
Oh,
Carlas. Carlos.
well, I listened to it all, and he pronounced it Carlos every time.
He pronounced it Carlos, but whatever.
Well, either way, I did like how what he did with him with Carlos,
I do like
like
his story.
how he like got like when Jason got fucking mad at him.
Yeah,
Like I was like this, but this is such a true thing. Like
a
it
human
was so
thing.
relatable. Yeah, it was so relatable.
And Shade, please. One of the best characters. I love my butler god.
I think I brought this up on the podcast last time, but the fact that they got into an argument about him taking online butler courses and using Jason's money to pay for it was the funniest fucking thing I'd ever read.
Now, what I'm really kind of mad at you about is that you didn't really like him returning to Earth.
I didn't like the way they did the storyline of it. I
I
thought it could have
loved
been
it.
so much better, and it was so fucking heartbreaking.
Yeah, that's why I loved it. It was heartbreaking. I like the beginning more than the ending, of course, right? Because he gets a lot of comeuppance and all these good things he gets to do, and like it's crazy cool. You know.
I don't know. I was really hoping that like not necessarily like I didn't want him to make up with his brother because fuck Kaido
Yeah, no, that's fair.
and Amy.
But at the same time, like
But
that's
I hated how he got alienated from like the two most important people, like
but
because of the magic.
in real
And
life
like
that would happen though.
I get it, but it was so hard to see. And like I was really hoping at the end that they were like gonna change their mind and be like, we love you, we trust you, you know, and it was so heartbreaking
But would you trust your kid
to
with all of that? Put yourself in Erica's shoes, That's a lot and it's dangerous.
it's one thing to trust to not trust your kid with it, but like she like abandoned him.
Yeah, she did. They all did. But they still used him,
They
which
all
is
did.
crazy. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
but that's very human. I do love what they did with the grandmother because I feel like there's a lot of grandmothers
Oh,
out
for
there
sure.
that would be the same way. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the
Oh, for
essence
sure.
specifically to make you look younger. Like
Well, I don't know. And I wish they did more with his Uncle Hero too.
I
And his
do.
dad. Like I thought they did a really good job with those characters and then they just kind of got left by the wayside.
I do agree. I did like Hiro and his dad. They're very interesting. They were in depth, and they were set up to be like these big pivotal characters, and then Jason just went off and did his own thing. Or maybe if they write a book about Emmy, and then they're pivotal characters because those are obviously big people in her life,
Yeah. Well, like his Uncle Hero, like that was the first person he trusted to go talk to when he got back.
That's a lot.
And like he was in there for a little while, and then all of a sudden, just poof, he was gone.
Yeah.
Like, and you just, oh yeah, Hero's over here. He was the first person he trusted with everything.
Mm-hmm. They did take.
He's the first person he told about all of it.
They did take the best character out of that arc, though, with him. Taika.
Who? Oh. You said you wanted Taika to die.
Yeah, because it would be interesting, not because I don't like him. I just don't like him as much as I like Clive and Humphrey. Those guys have just a special place in my heart.
I'd much rather see Humphrey die than Taika.
No, Humphrey should never die.
I think it would be way more pivotal.
It would be very pivotal. I'll give you that. It would be insane.
And that's what you're looking for.
No, I'm just
Taika could take over as
not pivotal.
Taika could take over as the leader of the gang.
Taika could not be the leader.
No, he could not.
No, I don't think anyone could that we've been introduced to. There's no one there that can simultaneously handle Jason and lead the team at the same time.
The only person would be Rufus.
Even then, Rufus gets frustrated with him.
I do wish Rufus would die. I think Rufus is... I was hoping Rufus would die earlier just because then he didn't have these overpowered friends to, save him.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I do think Rufus's time is kind of up. Unless they up the ante somehow, I think he's done.
Well, but he's a gold and lives on Earth now, and
which they did. That was cool. He was the strongest person on Earth for a little bit there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's interesting. Teacher. He's a great teacher, and maybe Rufus becomes that old friend that never makes diamond, so Jason gets to see him off 2,000 years from now, and Rufus is an old man with a cane, and something interesting like that.
Yeah, maybe.
But as it is now, I'm I want to meet Rufus's friend that can do the stuff with the ducks.
Oh, wasn't that his grandfather's friend?
No, it was a student, and that guy humbled Rufus.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, that guy humbled Rufus. I'd like to see that one day.
I do like the introduction of Rufus's parents. I'm glad that they were there.
I do like that. I like how they do all the mental health stuff with Rufus's mom. I think that's a very interesting thing to include with a healer.
And I love the fact that Rufus's dad is such a typical dad within it as well.
He's just a dad.
Just kind of there sometimes, and then gone off doing his own thing, and then shows up when he's needed, and
embarrasses his son, and is over a little overbearing. It's cool. It's human. It's interesting.
Yeah. And we got a little teaser with his grandpa too.
I mean, they talk about it.
I don't know. Well, you meet him because when Jason tries to get into the guild, that they're all in.
No, that's right where the audiobook stopped.
Okay, yeah, that was right reading
there.
Stuff.
Which the next one's coming out soon. I kind of just.
He's not writing right now.
No, but that's still already written.
Yeah, but they're not. They're still considering all that book 13.
Oh, are they? Fuck.
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna have to go read it. Yeah, he's not. He's done for a hot minute because he's fat.
I don't think that's the reason why. I think he got really sick.
Yeah, because he's fat. Yeah, and unhealthy.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen a picture of him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, I had to.
Did you? Oh, because you subscribed to the Patreon?
No, I didn't subscribe. I found it all for free. I didn't pay for any of it.
Oh, really?
I had to go to one really sketchy site.
That's kind of shitty of you, but whatever.
Why is it shitty of me? I
That's his,
bought all of his books on Audible
that's his income.
when I could have just gotten your Audible and gotten them for free.
That is
And
true.
I paid for all 12 of them.
That's a lot of money, dude. Actually, now that I think about it,
Not really. They were like $5 a piece.
it's like $5 to join the Patreon.
A month.
Yeah, not a lot.
Yeah. Well,
Holy
and
shit!
especially right now, he's not actually writing.
How
So
many people do you think he has subscribing to him right now?
25,000.
21,000. Very close. Do you think about his income?
Yeah.
So Patreon obviously has to take something off the top. So let's be generous and say they take $1.50.
Well, let's hold on before we do that. Is it $5 a month?
Yeah. Well, it depends on the rank actually, and it won't tell us who has what rank. So I'm just gonna say all of them have the $5 because there's some people with the $50 and there's some people with the $1. So being
Yeah.
super on the low end, everyone has the $5.
Well, that's $105,000.
What?
That's 121,000 people at $5 a month. That's
Oh,
$105,000 a month.
but then let's say Patreon takes like $1.50 off per, just to be generous.
So we want to call it
350.
15%
Yeah, I'll just say
or
350.
25%.
350, whatever 350 is, like 23%. I don't know.
Uh, okay, so that's $73,000 a month.
Yes, yeah. So if we add taxable income from it, I don't know. I don't even know what they would. Probably self-employed, so like 15%.
It's much higher than that, but it's a good thing you know how to do taxes. But I'm sure he's got to pay like publicists and editors and all that stuff, so he's probably keeping about half that. But
Yeah.
even at half that, it's still $36,000.
A month.
He's making about $500,000 a year.
That's for a
So
guy who writes a story.
yeah,
That's not including Audible. That's not including Amazon. That's not including all the other things. That is just Patreon.
Yep.
And this motherfucker releases all the books for free eventually. They're all on Royal Road. That's where he started.
yeah.
That's insane. When you think about it. Now, granted, he's one of the very few success stories from that. There's a few more. There's a couple
Yeah.
more. But like that's still crazy. Writers never made that much money. Not even Stephen King could touch that much money.
It's funny that you say Stephen King because I just got done reading The Long Walk, which they're now making a movie out of.
No, that's good. He's a good writer. I do like his writing.
Have you read The Long Walk?
Mm-mm.
Don't know if I'd recommend it.
Mm.
It was okay.
He's
It's
he's an old writer. It's different.
Yeah, and it's an old book. Which the funniest part about it that I thought is I read the book. I saw Stephen King and I knew they were making a movie and I'm like I'm gonna read this. Just I needed something. It was on Spotify. I needed something. I like to listen to something when I go for walks with my dogs.
Yeah.
And so I just threw something on. And so I was listening to that, and the one thing that I fucking hated about it is in the book, they have to, so it's a long walk. Essentially, all these people start walking. They have to maintain a certain speed. And that speed was 4 miles an hour.
That's pretty fast.
And they talk about the thing when Stephen King said that they were going to make the movie was that they had to lower the speed to 3 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's pretty fast.
And I was like, that makes so much sense because when I was reading it, I'm like, 4 miles an hour, that is a fucking healthy walk. Because they're at some points talking about them like dozing off and like it's a non-stop walk, like no sleeping, no nothing. And I'm like, there's no way you're fucking dead tired, fucking speed walking at 4 miles an
Yeah,
hour.
that's like mall grandma walking speed. Like that's
like a
fast.
light jog.
Yeah.
That's almost a light jog. And I was like, no way. And so then when he said 3 miles an hour, I'm like, cool. He realized the error in his ways.
Which is good. Um, if you like Stephen King, Dean Koontz. If you ever get a chance to read one of his books for free, I liked his writing. I really enjoyed it. Same fucking like archetype for everything. Very like kind of horror, more action, like that kind of vibe.
Well, see, the things I like out of Stephen King are not the horror stuff that
Oh.
he's written. I'm not a big horror fan, and like The Long Walk is not horror. I read The Dark Tower or The Gunslinger.
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
know if you've ever read that.
No, I have not.
That's really
I've been
it's
told to do it, but
it's kind of a sci-fi
I saw the movie.
uh, type. Yeah, the movie was okay. Um, but I read those back in high school. At least read, I think, the first two.
A book I think you would really enjoy is Armada. So it's by Ernest Cline, who did Ready Player One, which you would like Ready
Okay.
Player One too. You're from the '80s, like
Yeah, I've already watched the movie, so it's hard to like go
they're
read the
different.
book now.
They're just different enough. This like the book is more about the '80s. The movie was more about honestly about the '90s and like payoffs and stuff like that. Like a great example is there's just a lot of references in there that maybe you would catch, maybe you wouldn't. You probably would catch most of them, but some of the Japanese one you probably wouldn't. But like he doesn't turn into no, he does turn into a Gundam. There's just enough in there that I think you'd find it at least interesting. The second book is a little weird. I'm not gonna lie, it gets really weird. So it's like, but Armada is from the same author, but it's about, and I think you would enjoy it because it's about what if you've been playing this like what if War Thunder was 10 times more popular than it is now, right? Like, it's just the most popular game on the planet. It's more popular than Fortnite. Everybody plays it. You play it on your phone. You play it on anything, right? And it's a space piloting game instead of a like World War II sim, right? You're piloting drones and you're killing other drones. Like it's cool, like right. And then what if that was a government training program to get the world ready for an alien invasion?
So it's like Ender's Game.
Kind of, but not really. The main character, it's about the main character who's high up on the list, but he's not the top. And there's just lots of payout and lots of cool stuff and action and boom and a girl and explosions and it's cool and then it ends. The game ends. Like the book ends. It's a one and done. It's a satisfying ending. You're very happy with the ending. And you're good.
Uh,
And there's a ton of
Maybe.
80s reference in that too. Mostly music, but I think you would actually enjoy it. If you're like bored for a weekend and you want something to listen to. I think you would get that. But yeah, I mean, I have tons of books that I've tried, and some
But
of them
like
are
I said,
good.
I don't like the one and dones. Like I want a long, in-depth story.
I think you would enjoy this one and done a little bit.
I love character development. Like my wife's like, "Oh, why don't you read Lord of the Rings?" And I'm like, "That's
Ugh,
really fucking old."
that's a hard book to read. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I like it, but fuck me. It's like reading Game of Thrones. It's good, but fuck, is it hard? I'm trying to find this book series that I read a while ago, and it was really good, and it was a really long-winded series, and it was about streamers going into a MMO, a VR MMO, but it's you feel everything, and so like the stakes
Mhm.
aren't as high, right? Because people can't actually die, but it's like it's pretty good. I liked it. I'll find it for you. There's a lot of books like that
I
now
don't.
too.
Yeah, yeah. No, I kind of wish like when I sent you the text about the powers from Earth, I was kind of thinking like you start a book kind of like the Palimastus world,
Hmm.
but all of a sudden magic just happens one day. Not like it's been there for years in a government setup, but it just appears in the world. One
So
day,
there are lots of books like that, but they don't happen as abruptly. Like something big happens and magic is included. A great example is the Primal Hunter. You're on the planet Earth. This dude Jake chilling, works his office job, hates his fucking life, and then all of a sudden, dungeons appear and everyone starts in a tutorial. And the system is here, and like you have to survive the tutorial to move back to Earth and then start from scratch with magic and powers and all this stuff. It's interesting. It's a good concept if the character wasn't so boring.
Yeah.
That's kind of what you want, like what you're talking about, but the character is just all he wants to do
I don't
is
want a
shoot.
boring character.
He just wants to shoot shit with his bow, and that's it. He doesn't take leadership positions for anything.
If he has powers, why the fuck is he shooting shit with the bow?
That's the bow is his powers.
That's fucking lame.
It's the fight scenes are actually really good, but it's just he himself. He hasn't changed, and I guess that's part of the reason. You'll learn later, but like he hasn't changed from book 1 to book now, which is I think 9 or 10.
Yeah.
I'll just keep reading them. I like
See,
them.
and that's See, I really need character development.
I get it.
I
Oh.
think that's probably one of the best things about He Who Fights with Monsters
The characters.
the characters, but then like Jason has such off the wall abilities.
They are not conventional at all.
Like no, like his sin ability, and like I loved in the first book how he goes out and starts healing people. And like you can just like see like it's such a goodness in him.
Mm-hmm. For free. Like everyone else
Or, like-
charges, he does it all for free.
Yeah. And like how he meets Jory and like gets the shit knocked out of him at Jory's place because they're the healers of the or priests of the healers are vandalizing his building, and he fucking talks shit to him and just gets his shit kicked.
I will
Like
say
it's just such a
I had something before we run out of time I wanted to tell you. There's a book series I think your son should read. So it's a series I read when I was a kid. It's if you want to read it first, that's fine. It's really not bad at all. Like there's some drug use in it, but it's you have to kind of read it. It's very interesting. It's called The Ranger's Apprentice. It's a really old series, but I loved it as a kid. And I read it now as an adult because it holds up. It's about a kid who is an orphan, and it's back in the feudal era, right? There's no magic, so like you have knights and blah 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 and all these things, and the kid himself wants to be a knight and wants to be a soldier and blah 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 blah, do all these things, and each person in the town with a profession picks a child to be their apprentice. And so his bully at the orphanage becomes a knight apprentice. So and he's like, fuck, I really want that. So he gets chosen by the ranger, and the rangers have like this reputation about them that they're weird and mysterious and like strange, and they're magical. And you come to find out they're not magical. They're fucking stealthy, believe in camouflage, and using bows because it's for the normal person, right? Like bows are kick ass if you're a normal dude who's not super strong. And it's about his journey through, and it's a long series, his journey through different continents, different struggles. They're essentially agents of the kingdom. They're diplomats, they're assassins, they're everything you could need them to be. And it's very interesting. I really loved reading it growing up because they did such a good job with it. And it ages with you, you know, like when he's a teenager, if you're a teenager reading it, like, oh, he has his first crush. Oh, she's a lady in training, which isn't a prostitute. It's like an actual like lady with like a castle. And I think he would really, really like it. But there are some things in there that they talk about. They don't talk about sex per se, but they allude to like, oh, the knights all went into this place full of women dressed scantily, but I decided to stay outside. And it's like, oh, it's a whorehouse. You learn it, you figure out later, like, oh, that's a whorehouse. But they don't go into any of that. And like, he gets captured by Vikings eventually, and he becomes a slave because Vikings had slaves, and they feed him this thing called wormweed, which made him feel all warm inside. And they never explicitly explain addiction, and he felt warm because he was high. But they give all the symptoms and they give the feelings of it, and he gets out eventually, and blah blah blah, all these things. But it's like, it's very interesting. It introduces these concepts to kids in a way that isn't inappropriate, and I think he would really enjoy it.
Interesting. Yeah, maybe.
He might not like it because it's so old. You know, it was written, I think, in the 90s. But
Well, he requested He Who Fights with Monsters 4 from the school library to read the book, so.
dang, he's going through them fast.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we should get him some spirit coins. They sell them on Etsy.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
I could 3D print some too.
Oh yeah. Yeah. There's so much Jason Asano stuff like out there. You just have to find it.
Oh, I bet.
But I think there's books I read as a kid, because he liked Percy Jackson a little bit, right?
Oh, yeah. He went as Percy Jackson for Halloween for like 2 years in a row.
Yeah, Percy's that's a great story, great for kids. And then now the books out now are for more for teens, but it's still really good writing.
Yeah. Yeah, the youngest has read through Harry Potter twice. We'll listen through it.
And Harry Potter gets a little adult too.
Yeah.
Talk about snogging. Do you know what that is?
And butterbeers.
There are butterbeers, but Europe's relationship with alcohol is better than America's relationship with alcohol.
Yeah. He says as he's pouring a shot.
No, hey, I said better, not awesome, like me.
All right. Well, we are at time.
Well, we want to thank everybody for coming out and watching the Sammy's and Beer podcast. We're going to be here every Thursday again. Sorry for missing last week, but I was dying.
But we still do Wednesdays. We haven't done Thursdays for quite a while now,
Shit,
buddy.
Fuck, that's right. Thirsty Thursdays is what I was thinking of. Wednesdays. Please reach out to us if you have any questions, concerns, or maybe if you want to be interviewed for the podcast. I'd love to get to know what the viewers do. Maybe talk about your job, your love life, video games, books, movies, whatever. We're not experts at anything, so we're not going to be good at it, but we're more than happy to try. So please reach out on any of our social medias. We have Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch. Matt, any final words?
Don't shoot people.
Especially in the neck. It's kind of a dick move. Well, we'll see you